Hello, everyone. Welcome to CC's Kitchen, where Charlene L. Cornwell is your host for tonight and your chef. Yes, remember, I said the last time I'm the queen in CC's Kitchen. So, what are we doing today? Tonight, because it is nighttime and I'm in the kitchen because I just like doing what I do. So, we're going to do macaroni and broccoli cheese balls. Yes, I said it, cheese balls. This is what we have. I did a little pre-work though, so I didn't want to prolong the hour. So what I've done, okay, I use 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter. hmm I use a cup of almond milk since I don't drink whole milk or cow's milk anymore. Um, so I use a cup of milk and I boil a cup of raw noodles, the regular macaroni noodles, you know, that we always get when we do our regular macaroni. So I only use a cup, okay? So I use a cup of my macaroni. That's what we did. Boil it just like you boil in your regular macaroni, of course. And so while that was boiling, I had my 2 tablespoons of margarine melting. I also, so when that melted, then I added my 1 cup of milk and I stirred that to get that going. Yes, I did. And then I used 2 bags of cheese. I had the small bags of cheese. So, because one was the regular cheddar cheese and the other was the Mexican blend. Okay? So I used 2 bags of that, put that in my milk and got that melted. And once my noodles was ready, drained them, put them in the mixture with the milk, and mix that all together because what you don't want to do with that, you don't want it to be soupy. Okay? You don't want it to be soupy. That's why I only use a cup of milk. And guess what? No eggs. So this is just milk, cheese, a little bit of margarine, and the noodles. Mix it all together. Once you mix it all together, I spreaded it in my baking dish, okay? And once I spreaded it in my baking dish, I put a lid on it, not a lid, I put some aluminum foil on it, and I placed it in the refrigerator overnight, okay? So that's why it is good and ready. So since it's been in the refrigerator overnight, and the purpose of having it in the refrigerator is so that it can get compacted and firm together. So that way when you get ready to form your balls, you can. So I'm making a little egg wash over here. So I have 2 eggs. And with my egg wash, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of my almond milk. Now if you want to add water to your egg wash, to make it a little loose, you can. So I'm adding 2 tablespoons of milk. And that's about all I had left in here anyway. Yep. So that's going in my egg wash. So I'm whipping that together. So you need your eggs. And you also need some flour. So I have some all-purpose flour. So you need that. And then I have my breadcrumbs. You can use your breadcrumbs of choice. I've toasted some whole wheat toast and crushed up some breadcrumbs to have just in case I ran out of my regular ones that I like to use. Now, I don't have the panko breadcrumbs. What I use, the turkey dressing, the herb stuffing. That's what I have, and I put that in my food processor and crush it up so it'll be really fine. So that's what I'm using tonight. So what you want to do, you might want to use gloves because it does get a little messy doing this. It does. And see, I'm going to show you how to see this macaroni. See, can I bring it? I got my light going. I may have to dim it some so you can really see it. Let's see. Yeah. need to dim both of them. See, there we go. So that makes it, see, can y'all see that? Yes, you can. So that makes it very firm, okay? So that's what we're going to have there. And so once you have that, if I get away from it, you want to take it and you just want to roll it in your hand. Now I used gloves earlier, okay? Because you want to do that. And you don't want to press it. You just want to roll it lightly because it's already compacted together, because that's what the refrigeration going to do for you. 4 hours in the refrigerator is normally good, or maybe 2 hours in your freezer, but you don't want to freeze it, so you have to be very careful and check it if you're going to put it in the freezer. And that's, now is this time consuming? Absolutely, but I tell you, when you taste them, it's going to be so good, it's going to be worth it. I promise you. So, see, I have my balls. And yes. So what we're going to do, I'm going to get them all rolled together. So, but just to show you, it's going in my egg wash. I'm going to dip it in the egg wash, into the flour, and back in the egg wash to dip it again to get it moist, and then into the breadcrumbs. And once you roll it in the breadcrumbs, you have your crusted balls, okay? And so what I want to do, I'm going to go ahead on and get me some aluminum foil. Put them in my cookie sheet. And you want to base your aluminum foil with a little olive oil. So I'm going to just pour about 2 tablespoons or a tablespoon on there. That's good. And then take your brush and just spread it all over your aluminum foil. Because you don't want it to stick. Just spread your oil over there like that. And so what I'm going to do is when I get them all rolled up from the, so I can put them on my paper, on my sheet. And we're going to spread them out and give them a little paste here. So there you see. So I'm going to put them on my baking sheet just like this, because I'm going to have nice little balls. And I will bring you back when we are all done. Okay, so I've gotten them all rolled up nicely. So we rolled them up very lightly. Remember I told you, we go very lightly. You don't want to press it unless you need it to be compact. So we've gotten them all nice and rolled like this. So just light pressure. You're not mashing it down. You're just rolling until you get that nice ball conformed and compacted together. And once we do that, it is in our egg wash, in our flour, back in our egg wash, and then the last drop is in our breadcrumbs. Okay? So once you do that, they're into the oven at 400 for 20 minutes. You can cook them 10 minutes on one side. When they get nice brown and crisp, you know how your oven is. So you have to monitor it according to how your oven cooks. But you want to use it, cook it until it's nice and brown on one side, and then you can flip it over. You can tell when it's ready because that cheese is going to be oozing out. And so we have some over here. Look at there. Yes, don't they look good? And so this is what your finished product is going to look like. See? And they're nice and crunchy, and they're so delicious. Your family will love you for making this for them. Okay? Macaroni and broccoli cheese balls. Thank you, Jesus. I blessed it earlier. So, but I just had to come to let you see how good these are. They're so tasty. And see how crunchy they are? So, this is the macaroni and broccoli cheese balls. And I hope you see how messy my hands are. So I hope that you will try them. And let us know how you like them. It's working for me. And guess what? It'll work for you. And this is not anything that you eat every day. When you've been doing really good with your healthy eating, every now and then you can splurge and enjoy something like this. Because that's what we've done. So, enjoy. Thank you. Enjoy. Thank you. Enjoy. And we'll be back with more delicious recipes from CiCi's Kitchen.